Okay, welcome to my horned frog animation. At first I thought about making it a regular frog, but I like to incorporate fantastic elements to it, sometimes as a challenge, in this case making him to produce fireballs. So I don't have a very large experience animating VFX, this was like the perfect opportunity to practice them. The key poses were of course the frog on the resting position at the beginning, then the jumping, staying at the top that you are seeing right now, and to create some anticipation, spitting the fireball, and finally going back to the floor. So we could say it's a loop. I'm going right now through my initial sketches, doing the tie down of my animation, basically polishing my lines, using some squash and stretch principles on my drawings. That it is very important because even though that we are making a cartoony animation, I believe that it makes them look more real, and I want to emphasize and exaggerate the movements a bit. Once I have the keys, I will do the in-betweens to give it that smoothness that we love, and of course depending on the style and the textures that you want to achieve. I am fixing details, clearing out my poses, so that's why you'll see me going back and forth so much. Actually, I was also rotating the canvas a lot. Thankfully, I'm using Krita's recording tool, which not only lets you do these beautiful time lapses, also it doesn't add the rotation or panning of the camera. That's why I won't make you dizzy or just less dizzy, I guess. I always wanted to try Krita's animation capabilities because I usually use blenders and OpenToons, so overall this is still a learning experience on many fronts. I will animate the fireball from scratch, and it's the same thing. I will divide it on the key poses. When it comes out from the mouth, it enlarges rapidly as it lurches forward to disappear from the screen completely. Then I would do the in-betweens and the tie-down of the drawings. The cleanup took me a lot of trial and error because I wanted to go for a more rough style on the lines. But then on the coloring stage, it was more difficult for the software to detect the closed areas I wanted to fill with the colors. That's how I prefer to use a cleaner line, so it looks more as a inking process. And even though it looks fast because it's a time lapse, makes you relax in a way, more humble, we could say. It makes you more patient, it makes you think about life and stuff. Once I have covered all the details on the frog, I would proceed to do the colors. I used the fill tool and also used a brush to fix some white areas on the outlines. It also took me some time experimenting with the colors and the gradient effects to get to the right palette or the one I chose for the animation. That's why you see also like many changes on the colors, going back and forth, coloring the frog and the fireball just to get it right and ready for the VFX stage of the animation. Once the basic animation was done with plain colors, I exported the animation as a frame sequence to OpenToons. It has great tools for node compositing, post-production and visual effects. I wanted to correct the colors first so they look more vibrant on the screen. Before they were a bit dull. Then a subtle shadow on the back to make it more dimensional. As you can see, one of the things I like about OpenToons is how it adds the effects to all the frames automatically. After that, I add a blur shadow, try to make it look nice and simple, and once it was adjusted, I added a touch of glow to the fireball. Notice how both the frog and the fireball are on different layers, so I can add different effects to each of them. And I guess that's it. I hope you learned a bit more about the animation process. If you have any questions, feel free to post them below. I'm planning to do more videos like this on my next projects, so please let me know what you think about them. if you would prefer another format for this. Just let me know. Bye!